MSNBC, or is it MS Now, and CNN both have a plan to win in the midterms. And part of that plan is to revive the leadership of the Democrats. In fact, that's at least part of why those cable channels even exist. But folks, we're here to tell you, they may resist Kamala Harris after how poorly she did on the Rachel Maddow show. It was a crap show, if you will, and we've got the video to prove it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we continue to cause the Hollyweirds to lose it as we expose what's really going on in the hallowed halls of Hollywood. As we dive in today, folks, this would be a very easy political video, but you know we don't do that. What we're actually here to talk about is how badly Kamala Harris did in friendly territory and how that means that places like CNN and MSNBC continue to fail at the one job they have to do for their viewers. Folks, we'll break it down, including the video. Like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let us know when's the last time you tuned in to any of these stations. Let's get started. Let's go. All right, coming to us from Colin Rugg, who is sharing this from the Rachel Maddow show. Gotta love Rach. Rach shows up for one single day at MS Now and somehow still can't save Kamala. It says, Kamala Harris says she couldn't pick Pete Buttigieg as her running mate because he is gay.
What?
Yep. Yep. All right, then.
Oh, she is a bigot.
Didn't have that on my bingo card.
God.
We're going to watch it, folks. Hang on. Before we do that, I just want to say, what was Kamala there to do? Kamala is there on the ratings dying MSNBC, MS Now, to somehow get ready for the midterms and start positioning herself as a leader in the Democrat Party. All right? Narrative building. And the only show that's on MSNBC that goes anywhere near the kind of ratings that would make it worthwhile for her to be there is the Rachel Maddow show, which is on one day a week. So she goes there and get ready because it's supposed to be nothing but puffin stuff, absolute fluff. You can just, it's easy breezy, lemon to the squeezy. Kamala, come on, we're going to make you a star. Like Genie to Aladdin, they are going to take her far, far, far. And guess what? She can't do it. We're going to play this. And as we do, I just want to remind you, Pete Buttigieg, who was the former Secretary of Transportation for the Biden administration, did just a dandy of a job there, I'm sure. Pete Buttigieg was the last guy standing along with Biden back in the Democrat primary when all of a sudden he just was like, you know what? I got a real shot at winning this thing, but I've decided to just quit. So take that for what you will on how the Democrat Party works. But Pete Buttigieg just decided to quit all of a sudden and give it over to Biden. And Kamala, when she's picking her running mate in the very abbreviated running up to the election, she didn't go with the guy who beat her badly in the Democrat primary. I wonder why. She's going to answer. Here we go.
I guess I'd ask you to just elaborate on that a little bit. It's hard to hear.
Yeah.
With you running as, you're the first woman elected vice president. You're a black woman and a South Asian woman elected to that high office, very nearly elected president. To say that he couldn't
Very
be on the
nearly
ticket effectively because he was gay, it's hard to hear.
No. That's not what I said. That's
Not what she said, folks. She didn't say
That's
no
not
because
what
he's gay.
It's not what I said. What I said was...
And I also want to point out, folks, and you'll see this. You're going to see this in the clips we're going to play. She has the answers, and maybe not exactly, but like she's got the Cliff Notes answers for what she's supposed to say in that little piece of paper that's sitting on the table in front of her. Watch and see. You'll see it happen. Maybe not in this clip, maybe the next one, but she looks at the paper to find out what it is she's supposed to say back.
that he couldn't be on the ticket because he is gay. My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for President of the United States, against someone like Donald Trump who knows no floor, to be a black woman running for President of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
So I went and I picked just the pillar of heterosexuality, Tim Walz.
Paul, she says, no, I did not pick him because he's gay. I didn't pick him because he's gay.
He's not straight. I didn't pick him because he's not straight.
I didn't pick him because he's gay. It's because he tried to redecorate my dining room.
He did a terrible job. I mean,
You know what? It was actually painful to listen to that because she was digging a even larger hole with every single word, and I'm very sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean,
it's like watching Michael Scott on The Office when she speaks. Go ahead, Culture.
No, I just think the worst thing she could have said would have been to mispronounce his name and say booty time. That would have been the worst thing she could do.
Oh, no. Booty time. Oh, we went there.
Hey, look, it's a great song. I'm just saying.
The fact that Rachel Maddow is also a traveling companion, as we say here in Canada. I mean,
you mean a women's softball player?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or field hockey.
You guys keep talking. I'm going to go find some scissors real quick.
And you need to edit this.
This is here we go.
So the point is, and also the part of that hole digging, you're doing it in front of a lesbian, right? I mean, it could not be worse.
Right. Yeah. What if I told you it could be? I got another clip. All right, folks. Here's what she had to say about the organization that was just labeled with the T word by El Trumpsto. Folks, this is where you're going to see her look down at her paper to see what is she supposed to say. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. And then I'm going to explain why this is not actually necessarily a political conversation we're having. It's actually something much, much bigger and more broad. Here's what stumped Kamala.
We've also now, in an executive order today, we've got the president describing Antifa, the anti-fascist, it's not even really a movement, the anti-fascist tactics of a portion of the protest movement as a domestic terrorist.
Oh my gosh, she's trying to explain away the evil that is Antifa.
What is your reaction to those things? What do you think the appropriate response is to things like that?
Well, in normal times, we should and could expect that our courts would step in when asked to declare the legality or illegality of what the president is doing, because civics 101, we all know we designed our democracy through three co-equal branches of government: the executive, legislative, and the courts.
They're not co-equal.
I know I can't say judicial when I'm drunk, so I say judicial.
So guys, we can pick her apart politically. What I'm more interested in for this channel is just how badly this went on the legacy media. She wasn't on there to have a real robust conversation. That's not why anybody decided she needed to be there on either side. The reason was to narrative build and present her as a leader, a possibility, keep her on the roster in the cacophony of voices that could be
right
in the primary and a leader there. This failed miserably. I don't know what they're going to do if their own people fall under such scrutiny as Rachel Maddow.
Did you notice how that she was trying to say that like Antifa doesn't exist? Like it's the mafia, which by the way doesn't exist.
Exactly.
That was how I was reacting immediately during the clip. I'm like, she's excusing the acts of a group that named themselves anti-fascist, Antifa. They have T-shirts. This is not a loose flag.
They have a logo.
Yeah.
Once you get into flag production, I think you've really,
I agree.
Yeah.
They don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge it because they understand that.
Do you know what the polls look like for this lady?
Kamala Harris.
And that's the thing, Culture. So is she going on? Because she just went on The View recently as well. Just a few minutes ago, I suppose. Are they trying to set her up as a candidate for president in 2028 or to take over the governor role for California?
No. They want her to be able to run for president.
But it makes sense though to have her on MSNBC and The View.
Well, she's there to talk about her book that just came out, make her some money, and get ready for fundraising and all that. The things they got to do. But this woman, she is not capable. I mean, she can't put together sentences. No. People laugh and say that she's drunk.
Look, somebody needs to.
I couldn't even make the joke that she's the Jimmy Kimmel of politicians, and that'd be cruel to Jimmy. I mean,
and that's saying something.
Yeah, and that's saying something. I think what she is being set up for, temporarily at least, is to be one of an army of individuals that the Democratic Party, in theory, can toss out into the blogosphere or the media sphere and keep the fires going with regards to Democratic programs and policies, in much the same way that the Republicans with the guy on CNN, who I am constantly amazed
Scott Jennings,
is hilarity. I'm a Canadian, but I like watching politics, okay, and American politics, and the Republicans, and I'm going to be very truthful, are blessed with a much better team of individuals. Now, there's like whack jobs everywhere. I'm not saying it's a perfect group, but they've got a much better, what would you call it? Like squad, a baseball team of people to send out there across the country with multiple individuals who can speak fairly well. Who does the Democrats have? Chuck Schumer?
Listen,
I don't know.
They've got, listen, Paul, here's and I'm kind of laughing behind the scenes. Behind my coffee cup, I'm laughing because you can just see pure sadness and contempt mixed together in Rachel Maddow's face.
Yeah,
of just, how can you be this incompetent? Really, we sent you to classes for the last 6 months.
and a bit too much facial makeup.
That's exactly right.
She's thinking of herself, I have never smelled so much gin from so far away.
The entire air between us is flammable. All right, so here's the deal. Paul, they do have some people that could do quite well. Josh Shapiro, for example, the governor of Pennsylvania.
Right.
The problem is they've set up CNN and MS Now and these other places to the point that Josh Shapiro is someone who is unacceptable. And so they don't have they bring these people on who are kind of cartoon versions now, and they don't have any answers. They can't handle scrutiny on MS Now and CNN. Where in the world can you go if you can't make it with Rachel Maddow? This would be like somebody on the right going in front of Sean Hannity and being stumped. It's almost impossible.
I was gonna bring up Shapiro, actually, as maybe that should be the next question that MSNBC anchor Rachel Maddow should ask Kamala Harris. Why didn't she go with Josh? What's going on there? A lot of people said that he would have been a better pick than Waltz, I suppose, but they don't want to answer those questions. Like they don't want to answer about Antifa, and like really they don't want to answer about Buttigieg. They understand that that there are people who are more viable than others based on internal metrics that they have, but they don't want to get into that at all. So she's going to word salad her way out of this, not really talk about the real issues at play within the Democratic Party, actually, and also too with their positions in general. I mean, the recent polling suggests that they're down almost double digits in the top 3 issues affecting America right now. Yeah. And Kamala is not going to have any answers for that. This is why I'm not as inclined to believe that she's going for president. I do believe she's going for the California governor's office, because that's really the only office that she can attain at this point.
But you had to have sympathy in terms of picking a running mate for her. She had a choice between a homosexual, a Jew, and someone with brain damage. So, obviously she picked the right one, the one with brain damage.
And we're not talking. I can't make the bad joke I was about to make about a hoodie. All right, folks. That's what we're leaving it right now. That's too bad. We can't do it. But folks, that's where we'll leave it. The thing you need to take away from this, I believe, you decide, but I believe is that the legacy media is totally and utterly failed. Not even MSNBC or CNN can prop up the people that they wish to be in charge of you. And yet again, folks, we have come to the end. But what a video it has been, and we hope you agree. Folks, if you had a good time with us, consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment right on down below. We care about your thoughts. Folks, we also want to invite you to partake in thatparkplace.com. Of course, www. You get the idea. Thatparkplace.com. It is the website telling the truth, and it is a rising star across the web for pop culture news coverage and analysis. Go over there and bookmark it today. Folks, we're bookmarking you as a great guest that we appreciate. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, Folks, you better believe it. Keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
So I give them cannonball. Yeah.
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.